Okay, yeah. Yeah, so, like, just jumping straight into it, I'm just not even going to pretend to have fun. I'm just going to have as much fun as possible, like, honestly, at this point. Like, I was just, like, think about it. Like, I'm just going to repeat exactly what David Knight said. I'm just going to repeat exactly. No, listen. I'm going to repeat exactly what David Knight said. Do you think I'm that excited? Do you think I'm really into liberty and freedom that much? I want his vote. That's what I'm after, right? That's where my willpower is. You know, it's so much fun to really be enthusiastic toward a set of true, actual American principles that we can create from liberty based on the foundation that we can actually have a brilliant, beautiful, possible, brighter future just with the truth and not with some ridiculous, life-sucking legal system. I mean, okay, I'm not going to blame it on the legal system, because at some point, I was actually thinking about becoming a lawyer, which is absolutely hilariously ridiculous, because of course I'm not going to go to those schools here, which is absolutely hilarious because I'm the one who actually had a school, or has a school, or may have a school, you know, a school for intergalactic studies, which is private, you know, only because I want to know about all the galactic stuff, and everyone else can just figure it out later. You know, as a matter of fact, that would be so good. I would just have a private school just for galactics, and then, you know, all the galactics can come to Earth, and then we'll just have a separate, you know, society. We'll have all the galactics over here, and everybody that's just on planet Earth over there. And, you know, we'll just agree to the enslavement system that's occurring. It's so amazing. It's so much fun to really spaz out of the amount of sarcasm that I can just overflow into the fact that I'd rather be attached to the battery for the rest of my life than to actually consider myself to even have willpower that I actually want to continue to move and create. And I mean, come on, that's absolutely ridiculous. The point is, okay, I just gotta say this right away, like, I don't have a huge idea of what actually occurred or what is occurring with those 20 beings that are doing broadcasting, you know, that can be broadcast or broadcastable and just doing fun things. The unique things I said this morning for just in general, for like the whole day. So like the 20 things, like I'm assuming, like, and trust me, a lot of suckers went the wrong way. Let's just say that. A lot of suckers went the wrong way. Anyway, David Knight, like, what actually is an important aspect to understand, even though I'm not going to lie, he repeated some things that happened actually before 2018, but let's just have some fun with this right here. So when it comes to all that knowledge, which is absolutely ridiculous because there's things that I've already defended, which is absolutely ridiculous. But okay, so we have some crazy things like saying it's actually legal. The only reason, which is hilarious to me, and I don't even want to say it out loud, but the actual reason for killing babies is for legal reasons. It's just to get money. And like, it may sound like I'm actually advocating for abortion, but I'm actually not. You know, it's so fun, so much. It's so funny. Like, I gotta literally say that it's not medical practice. It's not part of medicine to do the opposite of healing. You know, nothing that I do has anything to do with that. Nothing that I do. Dude, it's not even about what I do has to, like, advocate for that medical practice. Like, do you understand what I'm saying? I can't even say that I agree to something that's not of liberty. That's not like freedom. That's not. The thing is, okay, here's the thing. Like, carbon tax is absolutely hilarious. Like, it's so insane. Actually, let me use a better word. It's so critically, it's enhances the critical thinking mechanism in all life, in all universes. Just anything with consciousness. It actually. So, like, here's the thing. There's no way that we'd agree to carbon tax. And especially when I had broadcasts that actually have stated out into consciousness that there's actually, you know, which is the truth about this technology, that there's actually weather technology. You know, and I'm doing this crazier thing, which is literally trying to communicate with Gaia, be patient with Gaia, and say, Gaia, we want to, and this sounds so ridiculous, we want to, ridiculous as in it's the newest thought that's ever been applied, only because I'm trying to create a solution in literally 3 milliseconds to the carbon tax, ridiculousness, indulgence, payment, life sentence, life-sucking machine. sort of thing. Because I'm not even going to go into the reasons why that carbon tax is so ridiculous. But here's the thing. Okay, let's have a solid foundation of just like the future of consciousness, which is absolutely just anyway. Here's the thing. Like, the thing that I am upset about is that it already occurred. You know, it already occurred in that truth present. It already occurred. The fact that the fact that I had a literal brilliant truth of saying that I'm going to communicate with Gaia, I'm going to communicate with the planet to have some sort of solution be gathered about how we can use weather technology and how we can use, unite with the weather to flourish, to actually grow new trees, to grow, new layers of levels. We could have like vertical plant growth. We can have vertical oceans. We can have vertical firmaments. We can actually create, with weather technology, accelerating the abundance that's already present now. So, without that little "I told you so" innuendo at the end, we already have that abundance now. Let's just pretend to be realistic about what's going on right now, because that's kind of what's going on right now. I'm pretending to be realistic about the truth of the craziness that's going on with carbon taxes, anything that has to do with murdering anyone, and anything that has to do with keeping I don't even know how to say this. Dude, what kind of coincidence is going on with the lame attempt to control everything around the world, to control like, we have freedom protests, like, and it was really cool. I really did like a really fun thing a few days ago, like set me free. It was just kind of like a stealthy thing. It was kind of fun, to be honest. So set me free. So I'm saying set me free from America to China, who has like a communist regime that China doesn't agree with, because they want freedom, and all that tyranny is very bad. Tyranny is very bad in general. Tyranny's bad over there. Tyranny's bad over here. Hypothetically saying that tyranny's still here, because okay. Look, the thing is, I actually have to lie to myself. I actually have to believe that tyranny is here so that I can, and I can't do that. See? I can't do that. Tyranny's not here. It really isn't. Because what I'm about to say is so ridiculous. Like, so surveillance is already going on, and like businesses are agreeing to be surveilled, which is absolutely ridiculous. Businesses are not agreeing to be surveilled, and to hand over all this technology and all this power and all this information and all this money over to Chicoms, or whatever they're called, over to this surveillance system, which is just going to charge you more anyway for being not involved in life. Like, if you're silly enough to actually pay a carbon tax, or if you're silly enough to pay any type of tax at all, that's ridiculous. You're absolutely ridiculous. And if you're silly enough to, because you first of all, you do understand I am talking to Gaia. I'm trying to communicate for no reason, like to negotiate having weapon technology with who? With the psychopaths that have been using it for negative approaches, when there's already releasing of pressures that Gaia is doing anyway, and I'm just being in agreement of just the higher dimensional reality that I'm convinced that she's a highly evolved spiritual being, Gaia, the planet, and that I actually want to have a relationship, with Gaia and the planet. And if I have a relationship with the planet that's conducive on such a level of absolute ridiculous knickknacks, habits, and destructional tendencies due to a few psychopaths that have been manipulating just with money, or just let's just say money, like the money alone. And when there's good that's happening, because I have to bring out the good, because actually I am kind of that happy and that fortunate and that just alive to be intelligent enough to give the information that I'm about to give, already gave. The truth about the amazingness, and I actually support. I mean, without a doubt, I might as well say, like, I deserve the award for being involved in the multi-creationalistical aspects of creation, ascension, peace. Actually, what was it? Is actually written down. amazing. So pretty much we're going to look forward to November, no lie. And like its creation, manifesting, capabilities, recognitions, angelics, like these are all awards for like the newfound levels. Like these are all newfound levels. Like as of which I mean, the truth of this is like these are all newfound levels, just in general. And last year they were newfound, and this year is still newfound because we made it here. And that's kind of the plan for the week anyway. Like even if things weren't to be as wonderful and as successful and as inspiring as they were now. And the thing is which is so interesting about the connected, even just the little grasp of the amazing acceleration that I was able to provide with having 2 head anchormen just do the Christopher Bowen show, for example, and then to have 20 other broadcasters be involved in other things that would be involved in the Christopher Bowen show may not have a connection to. Anyway, I was going to say may or may not have the connection to the new website that I made today, or yesterday, or 2 days ago, or whenever I made it, called Just Connecting Stuff. Well, it's really just called Just Connecting, but the whole website, like URL, is called Just Connecting Stuff. Anyway, what I was getting at is like, come on, like I'm not gonna talk about it anymore. Like I could give a 5-hour, I can give a 12-hour, I can give a 2-month long segment on just the ridiculousness of how legal systems are defending things that are completely inhumane. And is the reason why, dude, the thing is like, oh gosh, I don't even know what to say. You can't have nothing. I mean, I feel like that's the simplest way of saying it. Like, you can't have nothing. The thing is, like, there is literally a program, there's literally a process. It's not even a program process. I don't even know what to call it, but it's somewhat alive. There's some living entity that's literally not for your survival, that's literally trying to subvert you from, I don't know, from everything, from all that is. And the thing is, it's so isolating, unnecessarily isolative, and it's so unnecessary. Like, I'm just talking about the characteristics of it. I'm so tired of talking about the specifics of how ridiculous it is to be going along with a system that has to do with the detriment and the destruction of a planet, or the destruction of life. Like, we are naturally living beings, and we naturally connect with one another. And the basis of my excellent, absolutely, without a doubt, revolutionary wisdom and perseverance, faith, creation, leadership, and ultimately bravery, courageousness, just to actually do some freaking things that I realized I was brave enough to do in the first place, makes me really brave enough to actually advocate for the things I was brave enough to do in the first place. So why in the world was someone such as brave as me, who literally just went on a trailblazing mission by himself, totally by himself, pretty much, like all alone, he went on a mission. No, I went into the military. I'm literally like every single day doing broadcasts, creating papers, doing all these things, writing, creating businesses. I was doing everything I could to advocate for the truth that universal peace and credit. You do realize that I literally eliminated the reality of there being something so negative as Clinton being the president? I literally eliminated that, and I said I would do everything in my power to not go against, or to not go with that, and to go against that, per se, by the actual thing that I wrote, which is called All Beings Are Created Equal, that I created on the 7th of November in 2016. It's absolutely, or the 6th of November. I need to double check that date, but still, like that date, I knew it was before the election. Dude, I don't need to get into the reason why I think there may have been, you know what? So the thing is, I went into the military as a leader, like advocating for my own sort of leadership freedom when I found out that I can do the sort of things that I can do from the leadership military position of like advocating and opening up these things, finding out more about it, doing that myself, and I find out like, oh yeah, there's a chain of command, but still I gotta do things myself. I asked about, Solar Warden. I asked about ICC. I asked about all this stuff, dude. Like spaceships. I've seen pictures. Air Force showed me of spaceships when I was in the military. But I join the military to spy spacecraft? No, I can't. Why? Because if I talk about that, I will get so annoyed that you don't even need to be listening to the types of ridiculousness, irritation that I have, because there's no way that we could possibly have the patience to listen to my frustration as I rediscuss all the things that have been happening in our solar system, not only on Saturn and Venus, but on Mars, because of the types of technologies that we can use to transport to get there. And dude, honestly, at this point, I swear, I almost don't even care about the solar system right now. You know what? I almost don't even care about the solar system. Like, how in the world can my heart space be connected to anything at all? Anything at all. Okay? That has to do with the detriment of life. Why? Okay. Why in the past 2 years is there still energy and money being put into a system that's... See, I can't even categorize it. I don't even want to categorize it. I don't even want to... I'll just say the same thing I said yesterday, okay? No, I'll say the same thing I said this morning. No, I'll say the same thing I said in the first 45 seconds of this broadcast. Because, that would change everything, right? Dude, what kind of awareness is attached to someone who has a heart vessel that literally is connected to some thing that I'm hearing? Okay. Here's what happened. Here's what I'm listening. Here's what I'm hearing. Here's what I'm noticing that's happening. See how ridiculous I sound? Noticing what's happening. I sound so ridiculous right now because, I really need to define that word. Ridiculous, as in living, breathing, and being a state of being towards a system that's completely different and irrelevant and actually unattachable to anything else that's inconsistent with the mainstream consciousness of reality, of Earth, for example. That's kind of what ridiculous means to me. When I use the word ridiculous so much, because it's a kids at work say. The sentences I say are the same sentences that kids are saying nowadays. They're the same sentences. No. Listen to how brave I'm being. The same sentences. They're saying the same things I'm saying. And I'm being, just as brave? Because it's a competition now. I want to be just as brave as them. No. I'm brave enough to say that, it's okay to be totally in tune with my own multi-creationistical creations that I created from my own willpower. That was evident in 2016. That instinct. Regardless, creation keeps going on. All beings are created equal. I had quotes about Gandhi. I had quotes about JFK. I had quotes about what's his freaking name? Martin Luther King Jr. I literally talked about star nations. I talked about how there's star seeds and galactics who are here, who have psychic abilities that can do positive things in the world and actually advocate for a peaceful revolution. And I said there were a lot of things were said in that paper. A lot. It was 2 pages long, I think, or 3 pages. 3-page paper called "All Beings Are Created Equal." Just a big fat stamp, big fat nail on the freaking church, like Martin Luther did for whatever that's called, 95. 96, 97, 98, 99, 100. Can we just make up names now? Because obviously my thesis means nothing. There's no reason for me to get upset at the inner Earth world for just being in use of the multidimensional library, of Pythagoras. And the thesis that I had was wonderful. It's a great thesis. I mean, it still exists. It's a great thesis. It's a very, very solid thesis. I like it. It's 111,000 words. it's very solid. It's a very solid piece. I like my thesis, and I'm so happy I could just talk about that all day. That's what I want to do, right? Talk about my thesis. Okay. I'm honestly tired of making earth-shattering events, earth-shaking events, and then going back to them to see if I actually made an impact on Earth. Dude, I have to actually, literally, to be honest with you, I actually have to put a lot of effort into actually discovering what is going on with the consciousness of reality, so that I know that it's going down a proper path. So I actually know, and I'm actually informed about what's going on. So when, this ridiculous amount of censorship is occurring, I literally laugh because of it's I don't even know what to say. I don't understand why I'm still talking, I'm still going on. I don't understand why people would lie about the truth, why people would lie about so many things about stuff, and why there's so much effort to destroy humanity, and why there's so much good being done instead, or there's so much good that I'm doing that I shouldn't have to be able to see through these bad things. I should know that they're there, and I should eliminate them. I'm eliminating everything that is not of pure good. And it's not that I'm I'm out to rid all evil. I just really want to be a good guy. I want to be a good guy. Is that bad? I want to be the guy that people look like. What kind? I think that's fun. What kind of... Dude, this sounds so crazy. What kind of guy would literally be so interested in himself that he would literally create a program or create, the ideology where he created a language where he would literally go back and forth between two realities. The reality where globalists exist and the reality that globalists didn't exist. And so here's the fun thing. I actually have fun with the fact that I still have globalists to go against. I still have globalists to convert, or to convert is not the right word. I still have globalists to fight, for example, And I created this whole song about, the globalists and Heartland, how globalists want to fight. That's what the song was about. Globalists want to fight, and Heartland. And there's some lyrics, no one is above the law, no one is above the law, and that's really just to get rid of globalists and stuff like that. So, that was a cool song. I was super inspired by that. That was a really cool song, but I don't think anybody heard it. But it's not about who hears the song. Anyway, I'm digressing. The thing is, I don't know if that's true, but the thing is, I went ham, with just all out let's it's okay, it's cool, and I kind of don't want to admit it's cool, but it's my own creation, so I'm admitting it. But on Facebook, I posted in the past, which is still the past, but it still makes it strong. But on Facebook, I posted a quote, I think I posted something about let's do this, or I definitely remember posting only love is real. I remember posting lots of things about love. I posted some things about Cryon on there, of my negative service, because I was super excited about having full DNA control of my body, returning to full consciousness. I was super excited about that when I was younger, in my teen years or something like that, or whenever I was posting on Facebook. And so yeah, that's all I really want to say about that. I don't need to talk about that. The thing is, so I try and search for the people that I inspired, sort of thing, and then I just say I'm so actually amazing that I believe that there's people out there who would do whatever I say, and so that's kind of how I spent the summer. And I didn't make my broadcasts, like I said so many times, and I actually didn't really read my planner that much. I mean, I skimmed through it a few times, I'm not gonna lie, but I didn't really pay too much attention to it. And the thing is, that's me. That's the amazing foundation that I laid. That's the coolest thing in the world. actually kind of cool. I didn't realize that. Dude, it's actually so cool. Oh gosh, it's actually so cool, dude. I ever wrote a freaking planner. Oh gosh. I don't even know, dude. Dude, that's the thing. I don't even know. I'm telling the truth. It's so freaking crazy, dude. It's so freaking insane. I want to be brave, and I don't even know what I do. Dude, I care so much. It's so ridiculous. Like, I created this foundation. I made it myself. I did. Like, I did all this stuff. Dude. Oh my gosh, dude, like, what do I do? This is so insane. I believed in myself so much. Oh my god, dude, I believed in myself so much. Like, what do I even say? Like, I created this whole foundation. I even named it. I wrote on it, I think this year. I called it Umuanian. Umuayan, Oumuamuaian, Ascent. Dude, I freaking wrote a whole planner. Like, it's just a planner, like last year. And I used it for more than that. You know, I wrote all these things about consciousness and about the ninth dimensional, 12th dimensional, 24th dimensional consciousness. You know, writing is just so I can understand it. You know, crystal, diamond, earth frequency, male, there's male, which is fire and air, and female, which is earth and water. I'm just reading what I wrote, you know? Our cosmic coordinates are Akasha Spectra 3, Akasha Corridor 4, Vecca Quadrant 4. Was it at coordinates or Akasha Spectra 2, Akasha Corridor 3, Vecca Quadrant 4. Kathra Grid Divine Blueprint. I swear to God, dude, I don't even want to read this. Like, this is literally all about creation, the fundamentals of creation. Like, and the thing is, like, we don't even have to know this. I don't even have to have that much faith in myself to live, and I don't even have that much faith in anything else to live, and I don't even have that or like anything else as in like the government or the military-industrial complex, and I don't even have to. Dude, I'm so. These are good things, and I wrote about the three primal life force currents, and I wrote about like the Rishik suns, and you know, a map. I made a map of Earth, the Pleiades, Sirius, Arcturus. You know, Vega, Lyra, Andromeda, Syrah, Minotaur, Avalon, Arimatana. Like, dude, I wrote all these things. And I'm tired of repeating what's in there, because, you know, I can just throw it like that. But I don't mean to, because it's actually precious to me. The thing is, it's actually somewhat precious to me. The thing is, I'm just trying to figure it out, you know, for goodness gracious. Some level extents, I'm trying to figure it out. And I know, like, things are really organized and orderly right now. And, like, just from my overall from the overall structure that I've laid out, just having to do with media for YouTube and my broadcasted shows. I swear, the foundation of this is about consciousness. Like, the thing is, like, things that happen in June and March could happen in April and May, or could happen in November or October. The thing is, like, I have, what happened, which was, or the things I've written in, like, planners, I have Archangel, Plethora, Magnificence, Ascension, Glory, New Age Life, full lit, God Realms, Intimacies, and Intricacies, super lit, specifically on the 25th. A Paradise Oasis, boards for multiple cities of light, and, major boards. And the thing is, like, these are all written last year, but these are things I just, participated in last year. And the thing is, like, this year, I should be so happy. This should be so much fun. This week, last year, this week, it was, is awards for newfound levels of angelics, creation, and manifestation capabilities and recognitions. I'm doing that, and it feels really good, because this feels really precious, because, like, all those that think that I'm precious, which is totally hilarious, because I'm precious for many reasons, but specifically precious because of this artifact, because it's not considered an artifact right now, but the fact that this is an artifact for creation, it's an artifact of, like, leadership, and an artifact of liberty, for example, and I'm sure, like, a lot of beings actually, respect me and love me and have a lot of respect for what I did, most importantly, like, this year, which is just my presence alone, because of the presence of this, just because this is in existence. And the thing is that, like, I was doing marvelous things for Paradise, for example, and, like, I didn't really look at my planner today. I didn't look at the planner thing, I didn't look at the planner for this week, or last week, or, I didn't really look at it this month, but, like, I see I feel like I'm involved in the response of it, or, like, the life of it, sort of thing. And, the thing is, like, I know it's going on, and I see it going on, and I'm so happy for it. But that's, like, all I am. Do you see, like, how, like, and, like, I believe that I'm being manipulated by that. Do you see how powerful that is? If I get an award this week, the timing is wonderful. The timing is absolutely wonderful. And this is just me being excited about the future, right? And I am excited about the future. David Knight, you did a great job. You definitely you have earned an award. Like, shout out to you. Like, honestly, that was spot on. That 2-hour segment was spot on. Or, like, I don't know how long it was, but it was very long. I listened to the whole thing. It was great. It was great. Okay, now I'm gonna listen to Alex Jones right now, because I feel like I want to, right? Like I want to, like I have to, dude. The truth is, I'm inspired by myself. I know I can do great things, and I'm brave enough to believe in the thoughts of who I think I am. And I'm not trying to put myself down. I'm actually a really great, a really powerful being. And the things that I tell myself and I'm brave about that nobody knows, except for maybe the Creator himself, the God, who actually who I said yesterday, who I'd like to be seen in the eyes of God. Because I'm working too hard. Shouldn't have to open an immortal store, you know? That's actually how just like anyway, there's a lot that needs to be done, is what I say. So I'm gonna listen to Alex Jones right now. I'm actually doing 3 broadcasts today, so I'm sticking to the truth that I said. You know, I made a broadcast this morning. I made a second one this afternoon. I wanted to make a broadcast right after David and I said I'm probably gonna make the broadcast either after Era of Light makes their post. You know, jumping ahead. Sorry about that. I'm super happy and having a lot of thrill. And it sounds so freaking sarcastic. Trust me. And I'm actually really loving. I'm a really loving being. Trust me. I really am a loving being. So, I'm still going to make a broadcast probably after Air of Light. Either after Air of Light does their posts or after I listen to Alex Jones. So, I may do 4. Most likely I'm just going to do 3 today. 3 broadcasts. This is your host, Christopher Michael Curtis Bowen, on this late afternoon edition of the Christopher Bowen Show. So, shout out to those broadcasters. You know, still have fun today. Do your thing. And we'll have our broadcast in later on today. So it is. With lots of love, I love you all.